Hello everyone. I bought a LG C5 and I'm going to do a review on this because I think there's not enough information out there to really know what that TV is. So we went to the store and we wanted a 65-inch upgrade from a 55, and there are three options. There is the Sony Brabus 2, which is in 65, $3,100, which is yeah, pretty expensive, and this picture wise the best one was out there. The Sony is yeah, the number one on TVs. Next would have been the Samsung, but Samsung does not support Dolby Vision. If you watch YouTube videos, Prime Video, something like that, the picture quality is not what you paid for. So it doesn't make any sense buying that Samsung. So we ended up with the LG C5. We got to the store and found out there is a G5, which is a newer model, just came out, and it's almost $1,000 more than this one. This one was $1,699. And the picture quality is really good, really good. It's I don't think it's worth spending the extra $1,000 for the G5. Picture wise, it is better side by side comparison in the store, but this one here at the house does really well. Another thing was that the weight of all those three TVs I just mentioned is that this one here is the LG C5. You see, this is drywall, has only, without the stand, which you don't need, and you put it on the wall, so it's only 38 pounds. It's still heavy, and I mounted a plate. I bought the plate at Best Buy for $29. They want to sell me one for hundreds of dollars, but I got was the cheapest one, which is just fine, and I'll try to capture that here. I don't know if that works, but yeah, a little bit. See, it's really thin, but you got that bracket behind where all the cables go, and so, but it's really close on the wall, and you see you got a digital output for audio, and it always got Bluetooth for audio, and it has the HDMI eARC for audio. The other one, HDMI cable inputs are not for audio. So the audio on that TV is not good. It's really not good. So that's a bummer, because it's all about the audio. I got a big stereo system on there with satellite speakers and a big receiver, Yamaha, with on the old TV put out a lot of sound, really good. And you can see when you look at this from here, you see that it's like a pink color to it, and it reflects in the window. So when I open the door, you see it even more. See that? It's yeah, it has a shine, a pink shine to it when the TV is off. But this is only when the TV is off. So I'll close that door again. So, okay. It got a very simple remote, which is this one right here. Let's see, it got the buttons for the Prime and Sling and all that. Not YouTube though. And other than that, it's very simple. Got that wheel and the round buttons around it, so just for up and down. But it also, well, let me turn it on, has a cursor. So this is the home screen. When you set the TV up, it's gonna ask you a lot of questions, and you hear that? Yeah. So you need to set up an LG account, blah blah blah. It's not just watching TV, so you have to have all that. And then you go like through a wizard with the sound and the picture. So you have like 10 different questions where it's gonna ask you what you prefer on sound or picture. And I'm gonna go to the settings. So those are the settings, and you see, so this is picture. So I put in my personal stuff, what I prefer, and you see there's different options, and it changes it to whatever you like. Thing is, it got the filmmaker mode, so which means you turn on a movie, let's say on Netflix or Prime, it always goes immediately to the filmmaker mode. And you have to reset it. That's annoying because it makes it really dark. Like you can see, this is standard, and this is really bright, and this is what I set it to. So, and also on the HDMI ARC, which when that is plugged in, you like I plugged my stereo in. When this is plugged in, it automatically goes to this. Or if you have a sound bar attached, it always turns this on. There is not the TV speaker. So what I did is I bought a Bluetooth connector, and I turned that Bluetooth on, and it was the worst sound ever. I connected it to my stereo, and that was really, really, really bad. I mean, I was about to just return that TV. So I ordered that cable here, and that cable is actually HDMI ARC or eARC, what they call that, and it needs to be powered. So there is, when you go back on the video and you see that when I plugged it in, there's a USB where it gets the power from. On top of that plug-in bar, you plug in that USB and it powers that cable, which is really weird. But anyhow, you turn that TV on, it will go to the HDMI setting. So if you don't want to watch a movie in evenings and you just want to watch the news or something, the output of the TV speaker are really good for that. But not to, it changes the audio mode when you go and watch a movie, which I have no idea why that is. But there's no option to change that. It's you watch YouTube, it has a really, actually it got a little equalizer in there when you go here to those sound mode, which is not supported when it's plugged in. But on a TV speaker, you can adjust the equalizer a little bit, so that helps. Like I said, that TV is really good for if you want to have a clear picture, and for the OLED deal, what we bought it for. But audio wise, man, it really sucks. So I got that stereo plugged in. Well, I want to show you like a 4K video. Let's see, you know, you might can't see that here on that video what it does, but let's see. So this is, so, and when the receiver is plugged, see it's up and down. Now the receiver is off. Turn it back on. And the volume on that needs to set up to really crank it up. So that normally would blow the windows out of the house if I'd have put an audio CD in a CD player. So picture-wise, it's super. Picture is super, really is. I don't know if you can tell, but it's really good. Audio, nope. If it would go to the settings where you left it, let me go to the TV speaker. You always have to mess with this here. Always. You always have to go. Now it's on TV speaker. So now I can crank it down. And another thing I noticed is that it's hanging on the wall, and when you hang that TV, it's gonna ask you, what speaker output do you want? Do you want side speakers for hanging on the wall, or the stand speakers? So I put it on side speakers because it's hanging on the wall, and I learned that ain't good either. It works better with the speakers, the stand speakers. It gives it more bumps and more volume. So also with that, you see, it got that cursor like on a computer. If you use a wheel on that wheel right here, go up and down, see, then that cursor comes on. So, and then you can use the cursor, and you don't have to go through the alphabet or something if you want to choose something, and go back on this, and it's going to go away. So, but again, picture quality is great. We bought the 2-year, so the TV comes with 1-year warranty. It comes with 1-year warranty from the factory, but if there's something wrong with it, you have to deal with the factory, and it's kind of difficult. So we bought, it cost $200, $199, and it has to, they call it the Geek Squad from Best Buy. So whatever happens to it in the next couple of years, or you're not getting anything set the way you want it, you call them and they come out and fix it for you for free. I mean, you paid the $200 for it for 24 months. You can have 5 years, I believe, for $400. So, yeah. So this is what my opinion is about that TV. Like I said, my biggest problem with it is that it does not keep the settings, the audio settings, and the quality. The Bluetooth is worthless. I don't know about the digital audio output. I'm not sure about that because it goes through a little box too. I wanted a cable going from HDMI to my analog receiver, and I got that. The output is pretty good. I mean, I just have to crank it up real good, and you can adjust the volume over the TV remote. That works. But I got an old, I don't know what brand it was, old TV, 8 years old. And I just had it plugged in, and it was doing phenomenal on the sound wise. So this one sucker is brand new, and it's not even close to the other ones, to the old ones. So they're trying to improve picture quality, but audio is, even with the soundbar, I guarantee you this is a really expensive setup I got with satellite speakers and everything. This soundbar is maybe $400 or something like this. This is several $1,000s what I got here, and which has a lot of output, and it's not even, I mean, like I said, it's not like you put a CD in and you can listen to it and it's gonna be bam, you know, blow your head off or something like that. You know, it's, yeah, it is what it is, and well, we joined the picture, and I felt like I have to make a video about this because it really, if you're an audio person and you like big booms, or want to play music over that system or something, um, and you're an audio guy like I am, this TV is not for you. And we paid with taxes and those $200. The TV was $2,100, $1,699 without tax. And yeah, well, Black Friday's coming up. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're gonna do something about that because they got that G5 out now, but which is $1,000 more than this. I think it's gonna get pretty crazy on those prices, but yeah, it's I don't think it's worth it. I don't. So make your decision. Go to the store and check that audio system. Like I said, if you just watch regular videos, it's good. But if you want to watch a movie, it turns it into, yeah, a mono speaker radio. I don't know why that is. Except you got something like I do, so you crank it up all the way, and that does a little fixing. So, but for that money, that should have been good, and it's not. All right, thank you guys, and I hope it helps you out because that's a ton of money you're gonna spend, and you might want to consider the Sony, which I have not. You know, when you go to the store, you just see what's on the screen, but there's not a whole lot of audio going on in the store. So the word says that Sony is good on everything, but I do not know that. I know I got the LG C5, $16.99, and I wouldn't probably purchase again. So just because of the audio, pictures is awesome. So alrighty guys, thank you for watching, and I hope it helps you out.